Hey guys, Mark from We Travel Alone. So back from Melbourne, back from China, back in the office down here. So I haven't made a video about the business lately, or the blogging business, or our content creation or anything like that. I've really been on a bit of a hiatus from it as of late. A little bit discouraged with it. Google's still... What's Google doing? Google's not doing anything to help us, that's for sure. So Google had a core update in August. Core update really didn't help any of our sites. Helped one maybe, but it was probably only our smallest site. So when I say helped it, it doubled the traffic, but it doubled the traffic from about 100 to 200 when that site was getting over 1,000 at one stage last August. So 12 months later, it is getting 200 instead of 1,000. So, hey. But that's one thing. All the other channels have gone down. Our main money-making channel, Wild Family Travel, has gone right down. Is 75% down for the last 12 months, somewhere trending now around 15,000 page views a month, which is shite when it was up around 80,000 page views at one stage. So it's definitely dropped 75% or more, which will equate to a 75% drop in income. So our income is going to start taking a really big hit from next month, because looking at Mediavine advertising and stuff like that, it's down to around $10, $8 a day, where it was at $50 to $70 a day. So that's the thing that really bites the most. You know, Mediavine was probably 25% or 30% of our income every month. So that's gone. So what are we doing? Trying to do a few different things. Actually, next week, Rebecca and I are in Melbourne on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and we're going to do a intensive 3-day course on building ClickFunnels and Facebook advertising, basically. So we're going to learn to set that up. We're going to learn to build sales funnels. So hopefully we can do that and maybe push some more people towards our websites, or other than that, we might build an online store and try and go down that route. And the problem with that is finding the right products to try and push and sell. The cost of it's not too much, because I can build it all myself. You know, you'd have to pay for advertising for the sales funnels, but hey, can't sit and do nothing, can't stay still, need to keep trying different things if we want to take off and live a life of digital nomads. What else is going on? Podcast. I know a few episodes ago I touched on a podcast. Rebecca really wasn't that keen on a podcast. So, hey, out of the blue, a friend in Germany named Anders reached out and wanted to know whether I want to start a podcast with him. So, of course, I took that option up. We've just been chatting about it yet. Haven't really launched anything yet. It looks like it's going to be called Northern Winters and Southern Summers Travel Podcast. He's got a big background in family travel as well, having travelled the world with his wife and his son a few years back now. So he lives in Munich, Germany, and we've met him a few times in Munich, so which was great both times. So look out for that. But I've also started another podcast, gone from none to two, but this second podcast is a little bit unique. I actually created it through a Google program called Google Notebook NL. You actually put the URL for your article in, and Google actually generates an audio file over with two people, a man and a woman, talking about the article, and they add little bits and pieces to it themselves. So it's like AI generated. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to talk. I don't have to process it. I don't have to do anything. I just put the article in and hit convert. So I've converted about 5 articles in the last week since I floated it. It's only had 3 listens at this stage, but look, you never know. It takes me about 2 or 3 minutes to publish each episode. So every few days I'll just keep publishing some out there and put link in the show notes description to our website. Hopefully people might click through that way. You never know. Like I said, I'm not going to lie down, roll over and die. I will keep trying what I can. Instagram. So this channel's growing quite nicely actually itself. I've got about 700 followers now. Some videos do better than others. On Wild Family Travel though, that's going great guns, 2,500 followers. On that channel though, I am boosting quite a lot. Well, I wouldn't say quite a lot, probably I spend about $20 a week boosting videos. It certainly helps with the reach of views, but what it is doing unexpectedly is it's also bringing more subscribers to the channel, which is really good. That's what you want. Subscribers mean future views, so I'm not paying for subscribers. I'm just paying for Google to promote it and show it to more people. And then if people decide they want to subscribe and see more of our content, that's always great as well. So the aim of that is to obviously get up to the monetization status with YouTube, which has two different levels. There's one at 3,000 hours and there's one at 4,000 hours. The goal is to get to the 4,000 hour one, where you can then put advertising on your site and start to make a few dollars. Because that's what it seems to be about. We need to find a lot of different revenue to make money at this stage. In saying that, joined the Facebook revenue program for Reels as well. Not making much, probably made $50 this month, but hey, you got to start somewhere. And if you get enough of these hands in enough different pockets and the money comes in different directions, you know, you can only grow it from there. So YouTube is going really well. Facebook just started with that. We're also gone back in to try and make a big push with Instagram, because I know a lot of businesses like Instagram. We sort of went away from pitching businesses for free stays and entries and things like that, because it was becoming a bit of a hassle, and people don't really read that sort of content anyway. But in order to get some free stuff, you know, if our income goes down, like some free stays and some free entries, well, we might have to go back down that road. So we've sort of tried to jump back on Instagram a little bit and start to get really interactive with other accounts and trying to get more likes and more followers and things like that. We grew Instagram really early, really quick before Facebook took over, and we grew up to around 27,000 followers. But then we just sort of let it sit, because once Facebook took over, they toyed with the algorithm, much like Google does with theirs, and it was really hard to get a lot of interaction. So that's where that sort of sits. TikTok's still growing nicely. So yeah, look, all channels are still growing. We're not doing anything crazily, but we're about to, I would say, instigate a really big rewrite on Wild Family Travel to see if we can get Google to like us. What I think has happened is that our site has been caught up in what Google sees as it being an AI site, because we have a lot of articles that are like, say, 50 things to do in New York with teens, or 25 things to do in Paris with teens, or, you know, 30 things to do in Melbourne with teens. These are all sort of articles that AI can really easily generate. So it makes it very hard for Google then to go and tell what's AI and what's been written by a real person. Even though ours has been written by a real person, hey, AI could write that just as simply. So I think that's where things have gone wrong for us with Google. So yeah, so big rewrites coming up there to try and get away from that. We might start doing like 2-day itineraries or 3-day itineraries or things like that we can, I don't know, just make it a little bit different, a little bit more personal, put a little bit more of ourselves into it, because what we found was working was this general things to do articles where we didn't have to talk too much about what we'd done. It was more, hey, teenagers will love this sort of thing, so go and do it. So yes, there's a change coming in that direction as well. So just one of the many things that we're trying for now. Try and make another YouTube video next Saturday night in Melbourne when we're staying at Airbnb, halfway between doing this ClickFunnels course, and tell you how that's all going anyway. But for now, please call over to the We Travel Alone website. There's a few new articles up, mainly travel ones at this stage. I might write an article about this, about what we're doing, and put on there. But yeah, a lot of travel stuff going up on We Travel Alone. Don't forget to call over to the YouTube channel, which you're already on if you're seeing this, the Facebook channel and the TikTok channel. So we appreciate all likes, comments and views from all our stuff. It only helps us succeed. And if we succeed, we're happy, and we're happy for all our followers to come along on the journey, hopefully. So hope you have a great weekend. It's a rainy Sunday afternoon here in Australia, so no better time to sit down in the office and make a YouTube video. Bye for now.